day, the 200 meters men press conference. We have our gold medalist with us, Ramil Gulia from Turkey. We have Wayde Niekerk from South Africa, our silver medalist, and our bronze medalist, Jareem Richards from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, I'm going to open the floor to questions. Please use the mics. Can you raise your hands and we will pass the mics out. There's a gentleman just back there.
Hi, question for Wayde. Congratulations tonight. I wonder if you've got a message for Michael Johnson after your success.
I wouldn't say a message, but obviously I got massive respect for the great things that he's done for the sports, and obviously the double. It's not an easy challenge, but I think it was successful.
So, I was referring more to what he'd said on the BBC about the last round with Makwala and the IAAF in reference to
What did he say?
The conspiracy theories you talked about on your BBC interview tonight.
Oh, I guess that's unlucky for him then.
Okay, another question please. This gentleman here. Thank you.
Wayde, how have you dealt with the pressure of filling Usain Bolt's shoes as, quote, the next face of track and field, of filling Michael Johnson's shoes and with the double, and then having to run against some really fast guys? How have you dealt with that?
No, I mean, I'd never try and fill up Usain Bolt's shoes, neither Michael's. I think I've shown enough dominance, I've shown enough hard work, and I've shown enough performances to start building my own image, my own brand. I've got the utmost respect for Usain. He's one of the guys that I've been watching the last few years and gained inspiration from the last few years, and also got to know him quite well as well. And I thank him for the great things that he's done for the sports, and I think this week is the perfect time for us to honor him and on my competition. Obviously, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I gave it my all. I thank the guys for the opportunity and the great experience, and it's definitely been a massive evening for myself in South Africa, and I thank everyone that had positive or helped create a positive environment around what I've achieved and what I've done, and it's really been a massive privilege to represent my country, my family and friends.
Okay, question here please.
Ramil, congratulations. Can you tell us about your race and what was going through your head during the race and what you felt after the race?
This race, it's my dream, and make a world and make medal from World Championship. And when I cross to finish line, and I first look at screen and which I come, the first and second and third. But I know I come in first three, but I don't know which one. When it's coming my name first, I say yes, I do it. And it's my big dream, and next it's Olympic Games. I hope so it's possible for me. And yeah.
Gentleman in the blue shirt please.
First on mother talk, then English I ask. Ramil, Bursa'daki Süper Lig yarışmasında 19.72'den bahsetmiştin. Artık dünya şampiyonusun. Bir sonraki hedefin acaba 19.72 mi? I'm asking to Ramil said to me in Turkish Super League competition in Bursa last month. He will be trying to Pietro Romania's unbroken European record 1972. He is right now world champion. Next target is this big record.
Yeah, I know I can make it because here it's so difficult because we compete in 3 times and we need to show the best result in every heat because here compete in best of the world sportsmen and I hope so in another competition. I try to make the European records, and I hope so it's possible for me.
Two questions for Wayde. After last night's semi-finals, how difficult was it for you to come out tonight and perform like you did? And secondly, doubles, are you going to be trying them in the future?
Well, I think my toughest 2 days of the competition was definitely the 400 meter finals and the semi-finals yesterday. Bearing with the conditions we had, it was quite freezing, so I had 2 days of freezing competition, and yesterday it got a bit of me. Didn't get much sleep because obviously had a massive high after the 400 meter finals, and then had to try and recover. And the semi-finals was very difficult. I had to dig deep. Last night's rest was way better for myself. I wouldn't say I recovered 100%, but I recovered quite well, well enough to compete against these great guys tonight. And the second question?
Doubles going forward.
Doubles in the future. If I have to refer to the 400, I'd love to have that as an individual event. So I'd love to improve my world record again. And then the only doubles I think I would consider now is the 100s and 200s.
Wayde, if I can just follow on from that. So next year, no World Championships, no Olympics. If you're going to be kind of separating the 100 and the 2 and the 4, do you think next year there's a chance that the 4 might be put on the back burner a bit?
Yeah, I've been thinking of it. I'd love to do a bit of 100 and 200 at Commonwealth next year. But obviously, then I have to do some 400s as well at the Diamond Leagues and World Challenges and so on. But I think we haven't really thought that far. We were focusing on the double this week, and I think after the season we'll sit back with coach and decide where we're going to invest our time in.
Wayde, in your BBC interview, you'd alluded to a sort of lack of respect and people not necessarily appreciating what you've done. How can you allude on that a little bit more and elaborate a bit on that? And how much with the whole Makwala furore that went on, did that affect you yesterday and today?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it really did upset me a bit, especially the amount of respect I've shown each and every competitor I compete against, including Makwala. I've always shown him massive respect, and for him to come out there and I think mention my name among something fishy happening in the IWF, pointing me out as a favorite, knowing how hard I've been working the last few years. I mean, if I was an overnight success, if this was my first gold medal, I could have accepted a statement like that. But I mean, I've been putting out great performances the last 2 years now, including this competition's double. I think I definitely deserve way more respect from my competitors. And but on that, this is a competition. This is an area where we want to be the best. We want to compete, and we're not here to make friends. We're here to compete, and I've learned a great lesson now. So I'm definitely will be taking the future a bit differently, focusing on myself and not letting such negativity get to me again.
Did it affect you, the second part of the question? How much did that?
I wouldn't say affected me. I just expected more from someone that I've been competing with for the last few years now. I mean, I gave him his dues when he wasn't ahead of me. I mean, he's broken my record, I've broken his record, and there's been continuous respect. So for him to come out with such a statement, I think it was a bit disappointing.
The gentleman in the blue shirt directly behind him, please.
I had a question from Ramil. Ramil, in the past there have been questions about Turkey. I think 4 out of the 9 Turkish finalists in London 2012 have subsequently doped. Paula Radcliffe had some comments on the weekend saying Turkey was one of the countries that people should look at. What do you say to those people that still don't trust Turkish athletes?
На русском скажу. I say it in Russian и translate. Да. Ну, каждый спортсмен выбирает свой путь.
Every athlete is choosing their way, own way.
И я думаю, что никого никто никогда не заставляет что-то делать против его воли, иначе это уже не спорт, а что-то непонятное получается.
Nobody is not pushing anyone to do the right way or the wrong way, so everybody is on their own way.
И каждый человек отвечает за свои действия сам.
And everybody is responsible for your own.
Так что я думаю, что в этой ситуации это сложно как-то дать какое-то определение, да?
Because of that, it's hard for me to say something that, or whether to say something that, whether it's on that way or the other way. That's all what I want to say.
Okay. Gentleman in the black shirt here, and then you at the back.
This question is for Jareem. Are you sure you didn't come in second? Talk about the good.
I thought I came in second. Honestly, I was just glad to be among top 3. I looked across and I knew it was really close. I knew that I didn't win, but I knew it was really close. I was hoping for a silver medal, but just to be a fresh name on track and field and to be someone to get a medal here is really a great achievement. I mean, God blessing me richly, and I'm really thankful for that.
The very back in the pink shirt, please.
This one's for Wayde. Can you talk about a little bit about what your success has meant for Sport South Africa and what's going on in the track world there that's led to this resurgence?
Well, I definitely feel that I might have contributed in a way in inspiring so much track and field athletes in South Africa. I just wish they can be a bit more patient and respect the process as well, and realize that it's not a process that's a walk in the park. You need to take it step by step and learn from your experiences and take it from there. I think the youngsters that's coming through now, I think they get it a bit more easier than what we had. We had to fight for where we need to, and now they've got a bit of a loophole to try and perform amongst the world's best. And I think they need to appreciate the position they're at now, and I think we stand a good chance to produce many more world champions and track and field greats.
Okay. Questions here, please?
Question for Wayde. Obviously, Usain Bolt decided not to do the 200 this year. Just wondering, is it something that maybe you wished you got a chance to race in the big championships before you retired? Are you disappointed that you didn't maybe decide to do the double?
I wouldn't say disappointed. I mean, it wasn't my time. This is my time now. This is my generation now, and I still have some great competitors. I mean, I barely made it to second place. The guys are putting out a massive show. I've got utmost respect for the current guys that I have now, that I'm competing with now, and they just made me realize that it's not going to be a walk in the park the next few years. I have to work to get myself to the gold medal. I have to work to maintain that silver medal, and I thank the guys yet again for the opportunity.
Gentleman, yes. No, just behind you. There we go.
My name is Ayodele Udimade, African Sports Monthly. My question is for Ramil Guliev. First of all, Ramil, congratulations on your great achievement. You're born and bred in Azerbaijan. Could you please shed some light on what made you switch allegiance to Turkey?
Because I'm living now in Turkey, and I compete in Turkey. That's all.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, question right at the front. Sorry, Carol. Getting around herself.
So, Jerry, today when I interviewed Maurice Tree and I asked him to pick the medalist, he picked you for third. So what does he know about you that we don't know about you? Tell us a little bit about you.
Honestly, I'm just honored to know that Maurice Green knows about me, I guess. I don't know. I honestly wanted to go in here and win the race. It didn't turn out like that for me today, but I'm still thankful that I received the medal today and I gave it my all. And it was just a pleasure competing against some of the best athletes in the world. And just this honor of this medal just made me even more hungry to be on more podiums and to become world champion or Olympic champion.
Okay. Other questions? Gentleman in the black. Thank you.
Question to Jerry Richards. Something about, I would like to know something about your background, if there are relatives or parents who did practice athletics in your family.
Well, my background basically, my dad and my mom ran track a little bit, but not really that much. My dad played soccer or football, and track and field was my only sport because I tried cricket, I wasn't good at it. I tried football, I started to get good at football, but track and field, I realized that I was fast, and I realized that individual sport was where I could actually make a career out of it. So track and field was my favorite sport. My mom and dad used to do it a little bit when I was young, when they were young, sorry.
Other question, just back here.
Just Wayne, I wanted to know about what you thought about the schedule here with that heat of the 200 before the final of the 400. It's kind of weird. Did it change something for you? Did it make it the double more complicated?
To be honest with you, I think if I had done the double before this, I could have compared and say yes or no. But seeing that it was my first, I had to accept my circumstances and pull through with it. And I think it's been a success.
Question just in the middle here, please.
Which one hardest to compete in rainy, bloody semi-final or sunny final, the high tense?
Şimdi yarı finalde biraz zor oldu. Yani iyi bir kulvar almak için yani seri kazanman gerekiyordu. Şimdi her şey yaptık ki seride iyi bir kazanıp iyi bir kulvar alalım. Ondan sonra da finalde her şey belli olur.
Yarı final daha zordu.
Yani
the different conditions.
İlk başta yarı final daha zordu. Ama tabii finalde çok biraz baskı vardı her taraflı.
Semi was harder for me because it was under the rain and I had to give my all to have a good lane on the final, so that's why I gave my all on the semi-final. Of course, both of them were hard for me, but semi was hard, but before the final it was so stressful for me. So both was difficult.
Finalde baskı olduğu için biraz herkeste baskı var. Yani çok stresli geçiyor final. Yani herkes aynı performans olduğu için yani çok heyecanlı geçiyor ve kim daha böyle strese dayanıklılık varsa o işte kazanıyor.
It was, of course, everybody had the same stress, and who can fight with the stress better and who can do better on the track was winning. So that was stressful for all of them, but that's all.
Okay. One question at the very back.
I'm Carney, making of champions. My question is for Wayde. in the semi-final, I think you qualified 8th fastest. Were you worried at any point in that race that you weren't going to make it? And then going into the final, what were you thinking about making sure that that didn't happen again? Was it tiredness from the 400?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier as well, I think my toughest challenge was definitely the 400 meter finals and the 200 meter semi-finals. It was difficult, very, very difficult. I had to dig quite deep. To be honest with you, I thought I didn't make it. And then as I got to the media, I realized that I made it, and it immediately switched my mind to today. And I'm glad that I could dig deep for that focus and that motivation to do or be competitive today. I could have easily lost it, but I'm glad that I stayed composed and believed in my abilities.
Question the gentleman with the t-shirt, Carol? Is here? Oh, sorry.
Hello, my question is for Mr. Guriev. In the past, you said that you started running. When you started running in Azerbaijan, there were no good conditions. I would like to know, how did you start running and why?
У меня семья спортсменов. Моя мама и папа занимались легкой атлетикой, и с этим я пришел в легкую атлетику.
My parents are former athletes, so I came to the track also to follow their footsteps.
И перед тем, как заниматься легкой атлетикой, я попробовал много видов спорта.
Of course, before the track and field, I tried some other sports also.
И когда мне отец сказал, пойдем попробуешь легкую атлетику,
Then my father said that let's go to try the track and field.
и на следующий день, как я пришел, мне сказали, ты завтра будешь выступать на соревнованиях.
And the next day they said me that we are going to compete on the competition.
Но я сказал, что я даже не знаю, как это делать и что надо делать.
And I answered that I don't know how to do that, but I will try.
Мне сказали, ты умеешь бегать? Я сказал, да. Ну вот ты побежишь.
Then they have asked me that, can you run? And I said yes. Then I have done.
И я побежал и выиграл. Для меня это показалось очень забавно, интересно, легко, и так я начал.
And on my first run, which I started to run, I won the race, and it was funny for me that on my first day I won.
И после этого я начал как бы тренироваться, и мне начало получаться. И как бы после этого я уже начал заниматься более.
Then afterwards, after that race, I started to do more often. Then I became an athlete.
One final question there, this gentleman here.
My question is to Ramil again, and Ramil, you are a sub-10 100 meter runner also, and in this championship you chose to run only 200 meters, and I believe you have experience enough after this championship, and for the Olympic Games or after the big championships like this ones, are you going to do the sprint double, 100 and 200 meters together?
На 100 метров у меня есть много, есть над чем работать. Я не имею таких достаточно высоких результатов, чтобы бороться за медали.
I have to work on my 100 meters as much as possible, because I am not very strong. My result is not very strong on the 100 meters because I have many rival athletes which is running faster than me on 100.
А на 200 метров у меня есть все шансы как бы выиграть медаль, поэтому я сконцентрируюсь только на 200 метров.
And as you can see that I have a good chance to win a medal on the 200 meters. That's why I am concentrating more often to the 200 meters on the big competitions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.